Have you guys ever had that one unforgettable round? That slicing driver just happened to be on fire. A stripe show every time the head cover came off. Those 5'2" putts becomes a 1 putt. And the hot dog at the turn tasted as good as the Polish hot dogs Costco used to have. Rest in peace. Well, I had one of those rounds, and I've been trying to chase that again. Now we're here at Los Coyotes Country Club in Buena Park, California, playing in a golf tournament for some local Korean businesses here in Southern California. It's a shotgun start, so we started our day at hole number 8, playing the Vista and Lake course combination. Now that opening drive felt incredible. Also a disclaimer, the driver yardages you see on screen is not quite accurate, as I'm just calculating it by taking the hole's listed yardage and just subtracting the distance to the pin on my second shot. It's not taking into account the elevation, the angles, wind, etc. Basically, my drives really aren't that long. Now this was just cruel. Missed my birdie putt by literal inches and proceeds to slowly roll down, almost back to its original distance, leaving me with a very nervous par putt. But surprisingly, I make it. A par to start? What is this feeling? Moving on to hole number 9, which is the last hole for the Vista course. Par 5, grabbing the driver and back-to-back crushed drives. Feeling good. Had to ask myself what is going on.
What's going on?
The source of golf power. Musubi power. Thanks, Hannah. It just might be the spam musubi. Grew up in Hawaii, so this is legit one of my favorite foods. Also, they're perfect for the golf course. What do you guys usually bring to eat? Just extra beers? Well, anyways, let's get back to it. Now that chip after my push 6-iron shot lands towards the center of the green, but it still has a ways to go to the pin. Now I hit that a bit too strong, so now I have to putt back to it on a slight uphill, and wow, 2 pars in a row to start the round. Seriously, what is going on? Now at hole number 10, which is technically hole 1 of the lake course. This private course has 3 9-hole courses, so members are able to play different combinations for their 18-hole round. I went with the 3 hybrid here because I thought the fairway was a bit too narrow, but I ended up pushing it to the right anyways. Now this was kind of a dumb course management decision. It was only 158 to the flag, but because it was a blind shot and I was too lazy to get a better look to where I should aim, I just decided to lay up with a gap wedge when I should have just gone for it. Oh boy, here comes the old Andy again. 2 terrible chip shots in a row. Now I'm putting for bogey here, and that was just a weak putt. Give it a chance, I said to myself. So there goes my beautiful E on the scorecard, and I take a double. Now hole 11 is a very short par 4, only 288 yards, but the green is tucked away to the left. I believe it's drivable, though there is a small creek protecting the front side of the green. My 4 hybrids seem to work out pretty great there though. This little chip was quite nerve-wracking with that small creek right in front. Happy I didn't blade it in there like usual. Now it's a very makeable birdie putt. Could this be the first birdie of the YouTube channel? Gah, not yet. Now this par putt isn't guaranteed, but I make it. Bummed to miss that birdie, but happy with the par. This was one of 2 par 3s on this tournament that had a $30,000 prize for a hole-in-one. I mean, I know the chances are low, but there is a chance. Just get it on the green and see what happens. Or just push it way right. Goodbye $30,000. Really tough chip here above the pin and downhill. Way long, but at least it's on the green. Now have a really long putt to save par. And man, that was so close. So, a bogey on the $30,000 hole. Next up is a 495-yard par 5 dogleg left. Looking at the video now, I feel like I shouldn't have teed up in the center of that box. I think I should get in the habit of setting up on the tee box for the optimum angle. Anyways, my drive ends up going quite straight, which isn't that ideal because it puts me in an awkward position. 236 to the flag, and I just want to lay up with my 6 iron to a more favorable position, but I don't get it high enough, hitting through the branches and knocking off a ton of distance. Tough uphill lie here, and man, another push to the right. That seems to have been my big miss for that day. I thought it went OB and was gone, but I actually was able to find it. Now it's bad chip to leave it well short. And of course, now I overcompensate and hit it too strong this time. This is definite 2-putt territory, just want to get it as close as I can. Pretty good lag putt, and I take the gimme for a double. On to hole number 14, 133-yard par 3. Now it's a bad decision on my part to hit my gap wedge here. Not sure what I was thinking. I hit it well, but of course, it landed short of the green. After my recent bad chips, I decided to putt it from off the green, and then... Oh man, first birdie of the channel. So pumped, it got me feeling like KG.
Anything's possible! Anything's possible!
I'm feeling really good after that birdie, channeling positive thoughts for my next drive on this par 4 hole, and it worked. Another drive that finds the middle of the fairway.
That should be okay, yeah?
Now my second shot is just 113 yards, but playing a bit further than that with the slope. The pin is just dead straight. Now that shot felt clean, and I have yet another green in regulation and a chance at birdie. 2 birdies in a row? Can it be done? It's not an easy putt. It breaks to the left pretty hard, but well, that doesn't even matter because I again don't give it a chance and hit it way too weakly. So now let me just settle down for this par putt.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
So yeah, what? Half the ball was literally in the hole, but you can't help but just laugh. So I take the bogey. So we've now come to the last hole of part 1, 147-yard par 3. I club up to make sure I'm not short this time. It's well struck, but it drew too much. Landed on the edge and it rolled down to the water. Unfortunate. Yeah. Apologies for this camera angle, no idea what I was thinking there. I took a drop by the edge and I decided to put it onto the green again. Perhaps lightning can strike twice, but not this time. A valiant effort, and it got pretty close to the hole. Now I'm putting for bogey, and I chunked a putt. Oh, what a terrible feeling that is, chunking a putt. So I take a double to end the front 9. So that was part 1 of this 2-parter. For the front 9, I am 7 over, which is quite the accomplishment. I want to point out that in between this round and the one prior, which was that Kapalua video, I got a couple lessons from a pro. If you guys have seen my last 2 Maui golf vlogs, you know just how bad it was. But just those few lessons helped out immensely. So right now, my focus has been on a smoother one-piece takeaway, doing more of a shoulder turn, and trying to have my downswing come more inside rather than over the top. Still a work in progress, of course, but it's been helpful to know what exactly it is I need to work on. In any case, part 2 of this course vlog will feature the second chance at the $30,000 hole-in-one prize. And I have a chance to shoot the best score of my life. Stay tuned.